Have you ever wondered what it's like to own the Revoltech 2.0 Spider-Man? Because I know I have. I've always dreamed of having this figure. And let's be honest, who wouldn't? The beautiful shine, paint job, stunning details, its overall presence, and not to mention its insane articulation. And yet, with constant release after release of Spider-Man action figures from companies such as Mafex, SH Figuarts, Sentinel, even Hasbro Marvel Legends, they all claim to put out a definitive Spider-Man action figure and that their version of the figure is the best. But Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech 2.0 is the best Spider-Man action figure ever. But not everybody was able to get this figure when it released originally, and it did come out a few years ago, and if you try to get this figure now, especially even on eBay, it's selling for $300, $400, $500 on the aftermarket. That's unrealistic and just ridiculous. But luckily, CT Toys have made a bootleg version of this figure. And when promo pictures dropped for the CT Toys 2.0 Spider-Man, I gotta say myself, I was pretty stoked. Now, I'm not a huge fan of supporting to buy bootlegs, but when I first heard about CT Toys, people were saying pretty decent things about the figures. I mean, for just $20, free shipping on AliExpress, you could get pretty much all the Mafex Spider-Man releases, the black suit, red suit, Scarlet Spider, Miles Morales. And yeah, for the most part, there are QC issues here and there, but for 20 bucks, you're getting more than your money's worth and practically getting import quality. When we're almost paying 100 bucks for these figures and the CTs are 20, yeah, I can see why people are getting them. While yes, I missed out on the original release of this Revoltech 2.0 Spider-Man, it is now time to review the CT Toys version. So starting off with the packaging, CT Toys have been known to do a kind of SH Figuarts sized box for most of their figures if they can. So it's very small and very, like I say, an SH Figuarts style of a box, just a square rectangle but smaller version of the original box. And yeah, the original box of this figure was a lot bigger, but this is CT Toys' version, so they condensed it down, and I don't hate it. I just think the packaging is way too simple. There's not enough information and words on there, but this is a bootleg figure, so the box is going to be going straight to the trash anyway. Now, looking at the accessories, you literally get everything you would need for a Spider-Man figure. You get sets of webs, different hands, different interchangeable lenses opposed to head swaps, so I actually really like that. But let's get into the first impressions. Overall, I thought CT Toys, at first especially getting this thing out of the box, did an overall beautiful job, especially at replicating the original figure. Looking at it in a vanilla pose, it looks really good. If you compare this to my last Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man video, you can see similarities but improvements on just the overall sculpt, the body mold, the shape of the muscles. Just about everything here looks a lot better than the original 1.0 Spider-Man, and it makes me so happy because I actually ended up selling that figure. But that's why I'm happy with CT Toys, because they just make affordable, really decent versions of these figures, and yeah, you don't have to spend a whole lot, and you can just enjoy them still for what they are. So getting into the interchangeable lenses, just like the original figure, it comes with these nice regular lenses here. You do get these surprise lenses. Now, the only QC issue with the lenses is that it's a cheaper bootleg, so in certain lighting, you can see the indents from the pegs. But yeah, you do get these kind of happy squinting eyes. And then my favorite ones, you get the regular kind of menacing squinting eyes. And these are just awesome. I think these are the best out of all of them. Now to get the lenses off and on, it's quite simple. You just have to pop the head off, and then I found it easiest to use the web accessory because the figure does not come with a picking tool like the original does. And you can use the web accessory as a picking tool, pop the lenses off and on, and luckily they stay on the figure really nice. They don't pop off the figure loosely like the original one does, and once they're on there, they're nice and snug. And yeah, CT Toys killed it with the accessory lineup here. It's pretty awesome when they can improve on some things the original figure can lack on. Obviously, the bootleg's not a perfect, amazing, better version of the original, but there are pros to the bootleg compared to the original, that's for sure. And looking at the hands, we get a pair of fisted hands here. We get some open, kind of splayed out hands, which are great for flying poses. We also get some kind of relaxed hands. We do also get some landing hands, which these are just phenomenal. Revoltech's original sculpts on these are really badass. And as you can see, he looks great in landing poses with them. We get the best thwippers known to man. Revoltech is known for having just the best looking thwip hands. They're big, they're splayed out, they're bent right, and they look amazing. He also comes with these really nice flat landing hands, so they're not like the other landing hands, they're just a bit more flat into the ground for just more dynamic poses. So I loved using these a lot. Now for the web accessories, I really like them. He comes with 2 of these regular web lines, and then he comes with 2 of these triangle kind of splat shaped web shots. I think these look really cool in poses, and they just have a really unique, different shape. You don't see these enough. He also comes with these web wings, and apparently the figure was known to have 2 of the same copy, so it's a QC issue, but luckily for me, I got a left and a right one, so I'm able to hit beautiful dynamic flying poses. Now when it comes to articulation, this figure can do just about anything. Looking up, he can look up extremely high, he can look down all the way, and he has amazing head pivot and tilt and neck range. He also has incredible arm movement. The shoulders can go all the way up 360. There's a bicep swivel. There's the amazing Yamaguchi butterfly joints, which I'm a personal fan of. Elbows have an amazing single joint, but it acts like a double joint and it goes really far, which is awesome. The diaphragm torso area is also the most impressive area I've seen on any action figure. It can crunch down extremely far, and I think it's the farthest I've ever seen on any Spider-Man figure. And the leg movement as well, especially on this bootleg compared to the original, you get more range because obviously there's less fear of breakage, so it's pretty amazing. And obviously there's knee articulation, there's even calf articulation, amazing ankle pivot, and toe articulation. So like I say guys, there's literally never ending articulation on this guy. It's limitless pretty much. You can get him into any pose you want, and it just honestly takes a little bit of time to get used to how to use the Revoltech joints opposed to your standard Mafex. But once you get used to it, you can literally just put him in poses so effortlessly. And as you can see here, just futzing with him a little bit, he looks very fluid. So overall guys, my final thoughts on this figure are for 20 bucks, free shipping, you cannot go wrong. I would say there are a few cons. Cons to this figure are that it doesn't have the same high detail in the blue parts of the costume. On the original figure of the Revoltech 2.0 Spider-Man, there is a hexagon and really cool costume pattern going on, but on this figure, it's obviously just flat, and it's very, very subtle. In some areas you can see it, but in all honesty, you can barely see it. But besides that, and I would say his right arm pops off every so often, but it's very easy to pop back on. Besides those 2 major issues, the figure is a great representation of the original. The articulation is very, very good. I have very little issues posing the guy. His legs were tight at first, but after some movement, they're just, they're easy to use. And like I say, I really don't have much complaints about this guy. I just think if you can't find the original, you obviously can't afford to buy an aftermarket copy. This is just an amazing, amazing bootleg to have. And yeah, I was not able to own the original figure for a very long time, so having this as of recently has been just about a dream come true for me. If you guys are considering getting this or just questioning getting it, I would say it's an obvious yes, get it, because CT Toys did an outstanding job.